I was propping up the goalpost, as a lot of parents do, watching their kids play. One of the coaches of the under-6s at that stage, Trevor McHugh, looked at me and said, "Are these two yours?" "Yes." "Right, next Sunday, bring your boots."
It's somewhere everyone has a place and a purpose. It's not just one aspect. It's a whole community of people in sport.
Was kind of aware of rugby, was never really big into it. Family's a big GA family as well. And then when I went to secondary school, a couple of good buddies of mine, Joe Noon and a few, were playing in Longford, and they were kind of looking for players to pull together an under 14s or under 15s team.
My playing journey in Longford Rugby Club started when I was 6, and I joined up in the minis, and there was only 2 teams at the time.
My typical day would look like wake up in the morning, milk the cows, do a few hours on the farm, and then tip into one of the 5 schools I work in for training.
I remember the kind of coaches would be coming into the school and stuff. Hugh Connolly and the 2, Steve Coy Jr. and Senior, would have been kind of the same coaches we'd have with Longford as we would have with St. Mel's. So yeah, I remember going down on kind of cold evenings to Longford on the kind of the right-hand pitch down the avenue and learning to tackle, learning all these kind of new skills, and thinking I enjoyed this an awful lot more than I was enjoying Gaelic football at the time.
I work in local secondary schools in trying to develop rugby. The schools are all very eager to participate in the schools programme Longford Rugby Club have provided. The teachers are delighted to see more kids getting involved in sports, and I think it's a unique selling point we have in rugby, in that we have a sport that suits every person and every body type.
Just the kind of physicality of it, and just a different skill set. Yeah, it was just a great buzz, and I remember it was kind of shocked the system at the start, but really enjoyed it from the get-go.
I would have started with Longford back when I was 6 or 7 years old with the minis. Would have played my way through minis and then into the youth section of the club up until I was 18, and through that I got to play with the Midland Development Squads and Leinster Youths.
Because it's not a big rugby playing area, so even just pulling together 20 lads to play on a Saturday would be a struggle. I remember a few times going down to Longford and hopping on the bus and the lads saying, "We've only got 17 lads, is there anyone we could call?" And the bus would pull up outside certain lads' driveways and try and get them out of bed and get them in.
I've been away from Longford for so long, I really didn't know a lot of people. Having played rugby before, I started playing rugby, and Longford Rugby Club became like a second home to me.
Rugby's been in my family growing up. My uncles played for the club. At the moment, myself and my 2 cousins are playing for the senior men's first team, so it's somewhere I've always enjoyed coming to. And in regards to the club, I remember great coaches growing up who inspired you to enjoy the game and enjoy being out there. There's too many names to list off. People like them who were in boots on the ground out on the pitch with me, and they're the people who I suppose their love for the game was infectious, and you can see it inspires other people to get involved with the game too.
So at the moment our numbers would be 400 kids between boys and girls, minis and youths. In our office we have pictures of all our half-time minis over the last 10, 12 years, whatever length of time this programme has been going on.
And we've only a few weeks ago, our minis were up in the RDS playing at the half-time interval. There were 5 busloads worth of supporters came up from Longford to watch.
And not alone is it a big day for them, but it's a big day for their parents, their siblings, and we really, push out the boat as far as getting people up to Dublin is concerned.
Onside!
I heard about the affiliate referee course, and you can do it when you're 16, so I just wanted to give it a go and try it out, because I know that some younger age groups can struggle to get referees. So
Granted, non-contested scrums.
I'd like to end up, I'd say, first of all as a branch referee like these up here on the wall, and probably next up there, and I don't know, so I suppose just as high as I can go. I'd like to referee professional games. When I'm reffing the games of lads who I would have probably played with, or lads who are just a little bit younger than me, it's good crack. It's great to do it. I just really enjoy it.
Yeah, Granner Scrum Wilsons.
We're trying to develop senior rugby in our school, bringing up the junior lads. It'd be great to see them coming on to the senior team and leaving their mark.
That's what I always saying about doing this rehab run there on the running track. An opportunity came to come back to Dublin to replace my predecessor in this kind of sports science role here in Leinster. I suppose 70% of my job would be in the gym with the lads or on pitch with the lads.
From there, back up on our feet, walking back to the halfway. And same again, shake the legs, walking it back in.
We kind of see it as keeping as many players on the pitch available as possible for the coaches. So that comes through kind of our GPS monitoring, our kind of robustness work in the gym. And then the other side of it would be making sure that those players that are available to the coaches are as healthy, as fit, as strong, as fast as possible.
Going to go 10 metres of a bound into a 10-metre excel from there.
The majority in here are from those kind of big rugby schools, or kind of big rugby areas around the province. I think the few of us that are maybe from less rugby dominated areas are pretty proud of it. I'd always try and stick up for the small clubs or try and bring up Longford as best I can.
The Leinster team came down to us last year, and we had a couple of thousand people at the function itself, and it was a full-on training session.
When the Leinster team came here for the open training session, it was amazing to see them in person training and just the focus and intensity they bring to it. And then meeting them after that was great as well. It's meeting like Josh van der Fleer and Gary Ringrose.
It was great getting down there for the 12 county tour. To see all the kind of the parents and the kids and everyone involved with the club, and just show that connection between Leinster and like smaller clubs and smaller counties like Longford.
When you are met with open arms by the people involved in the club, you are likely to stay with it.
Playing with your friends means more. We're all homegrown. The club president's my local vet. The local solicitor is managing the club. Like it's a local people who are running the place, and it means more. No one's here because they have to be here. It's all because we're past players, we're local players. We want to be here and we want to see the club move forward. And I think everyone you meet here has got something out of the club, and that's why they're trying to give back. And this current group of players, we want to do the club proud and put our mark on it. And because it's an enjoyable place to be a part of, and everyone wants to contribute in whatever way we can, be it on or off the field.